Hey, how's it going? This week I have 3 easy meal ideas for you. It has been a crazy busy week. I went back to work. I am now teaching 3rd grade, and because of that, we didn't eat as many meals as normal. We had easy, just kind of like whatever nights, and we did pizza one night. So these are the meals that I did get on camera this week. So first we have spaghetti. So Monday night I made some simple spaghetti. I'm just starting off by sauteing a chopped onion in some olive oil, and I'm seasoning it with some Kinder seasoning the blend. So this is just salt, pepper, and garlic powder. This is the same seasonings I would use without Kinders, but it's simple just in the same bottle. So once they are softened, I'm going to add some ground beef. I just added a pound of ground beef to my onions, and I'm going to season it with the same Kinder seasoning. And once it is all cooked up, I'm going to drain it. Now, depending on the fattiness of the meat, sometimes I don't need to drain it. I like to try and buy like 90-10 or 93-7 ground beef, so that way I don't have to drain it, but sometimes I do. And I saw on several YouTubers channels where you just add the paper towel to the pan itself and you absorb the grease in the pan. That is the easiest way I've seen to get the grease out of the pan. On the side, I'm boiling a pot of water, and once I add the noodles, I'm going to add salt to the water just to make sure you add that little flavor to the noodles, because that's your only chance to really do that. We did not have any kind of garlic bread in the freezer to make up, so I decided to use these leftover hamburger buns that we had from a few nights before and turn them into garlic bread. So I am just going to butter the buns, and once I'm finished buttering the buns, I'm going to use that Lowry's garlic salt seasoning. Now, I will say it was a little bit too salty, so either be careful with how much of the seasoning you put on, or just use garlic powder. Then I add some of that shaker Parmesan cheese, and I bake it in the oven at 350 for about like 7 minutes. And when I looked at it, it was still not like brown enough to my liking, so I turned on the broiler. But I left it under the broiler for too long, so it got a little bit brown, more brown than I wanted, but it wasn't burnt. They tasted really good. So next time I'll just be more careful under the broiler. Now that the ground beef is fully cooked, I am just adding a jar of spaghetti sauce. I'm just using Ragu Traditional. That is my favorite. I just think it's a really simple flavor. It's not too sweet with too many spices. It's just very like tomato saucy, and that's what I like. Because then if I want to, I can add garlic powder or Italian seasoning or oregano or basil or whatever I want to flavor it myself. So I'm just mixing it in the same frying pan that I cooked the ground beef, and I am just going to mix it all in and then set it to the side until I'm ready to add it to my pasta. Once I've drained my pasta, I'm just going to add my I can't talk this morning. Spaghetti sauce on top, and then I'm going to use some tongs just to mix it all together. Then it's done. Everything is ready to eat. This was a very simple but very flavorful and tasty meal, especially for my first day back at work. My husband is making dinner this night. He is making smothered pork chops. We have been together for 13 years and he has never made this for me before. I was really excited to try it, and I can say that it did not disappoint. It's very simple ingredients and super easy to make, and it was really, really good. So he just got some thinly sliced pork chops and he is browning them up in a pan. He put the oven on 350 degrees so he could bake it in the oven once he was finished. So he's going to cook up all of the pork chops. He has about 20 thinly sliced pork chops that he's browning up. Now, once he browns them up, he is going to top it with some cream of mushroom soup, and that's it. He seasoned it with some Kinder's The Blend seasoning, which is just salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and then he is going to put cream of mushroom soup on top. He uses 4 cans. It seemed like a lot, it seemed like way too much, but it wasn't. It was perfect because you want that extra soup in there for like a gravy on top. So once you cover the pork chops with the cream of mushroom soup, you are going to cover your pan with foil and you are going to bake it in the oven for at least 30 minutes. And you are going to see when it comes out of the oven, it is very bubbly and it definitely has a gravy. So what we didn't get on camera was we made a pot of rice on the side. We have a rice cooker, so we just put 3 cups of rice and 6 cups of water in our rice cooker, turn it on, and that's it. I grew up in Hawaii, and that was the only way that I knew how to make rice. I didn't even know you could make it on a pot, like on the stove. So anyway, yeah, we use a rice cooker, we make our rice that way, and then we had some green beans on the side. And I also made some Sister Schubert rolls to go with it. And that was it. This was the perfect dinner. It was so delicious. It just was so good. And I'm so glad that he made it for our family. So it is a Friday night and we needed something quick and easy to have for dinner. So my husband went to Target and he picked up some of these Rally's fries or Checkers fries. And then we're having some Bush's baked beans and some of these uncured bacon cheddar burgers. They were not my favorite burgers, but that's okay. They were 1/3 pound and I just thought that was a little bit too big for me. They're perfect for my husband, but for me and my son, we just didn't really care for them. And we didn't really like the flavor either. So, I don't know. I didn't really taste any bacon in it. They weren't my favorite, but they were edible. They were fine. So I'm just cooking them in a pan. I did not feel like getting my griddle out just to make up for burgers. It just seemed like too much hassle. So I just made them in the pan. I cooked my fries in the air fryer, and I'm just shaking them and checking on them. I probably cooked them for about 10 to 12 minutes overall. Once I'm done, once the burgers are ready, I'm just going to flip them and wait for them to finish cooking through. And then I'm going to add a slice of American cheese to the top, which I did not get on camera. And that was it for dinner. I cooked my beans in a pot on the stove. It was a really simple, easy dinner for my family. and, you know, we were fed that night. This was it for dinner this week. Like I said, it was a really busy week, and we didn't get a whole lot of meals cooked. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to my YouTube family. I would absolutely love to have you here. I post 2 to 3 times a week usually, and I'm gonna try to keep on doing that as well. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week. Bye, y'all.